Hi, welcome. My name is Harry Che, and I'm the founder and creator of GoalsOnTrack software. So thank you for signing up and trying out this Goal software. Though it should be easy to understand and it should seem straightforward to use, but I would still like to show you a few basic steps to follow just to make sure that you're off to a good start with the program. Okay, first let's look at the first step. This is step just for looking around overall what the software is and how you may want to approach using the software. So before you dive into any specific feature, you probably want to look around first and play a little bit with the sample data in your account. So for now, just check out the software and have a feel for what it's all about and how everything fits together. So to remember that the software is composed of a few major modules, and make sure you just click through the main navigation menu on the left, and this is kind of the main menu for the entire software. And here's a brief rundown of what each module is for. So first on the dashboard page, and this is where you see all your important goals and progress along with tasks and habits you want to do on a daily basis. We explained this a little bit more in detail in the getting started video, the first tutorial video. So if you want to learn more about that, maybe you want to check out that video. Okay, so now this page, the goals page, this is where you set and organize all your goals and action plans. So this is where all the information you need to enter for your goals and check the progress. Basically, every feature related to goals is pretty much all in here. Now, the next main feature set is the tasks, task management. So the tasks page is where you track your task and make progress on goals. So this is where you just add all the tasks you need to do and see what you need to do on a daily or on a monthly or weekly basis to make progress on your goals. Also, there's a calendar page, so you can use this calendar as a helper for your scheduling. And by the way, you can also sync this calendar with external calendar like a Google Calendar or Yahoo Calendar or even Microsoft Outlook through the iCalendar feed. Now, next, let's look at the habits page. So this is where you'll be able to track all your habits, and it's just a basic tracker tool to help you build and track habits and see your progress, see the predicted strength of your habits as you work on those habits. And other than these three main modules, we also provided a few other tools. One of them is this vision board tool. And so this is where you can upload your own pictures to do your visualization. Of course, we already have some built-in pictures for to use. You're free to use them, but of course you can upload your own pictures and run the visualization. We provided a few transition effects, so just a way to help you better with your visualization process. And then we have this reports page. This is a page where you can see how you're doing with all your goals and tasks and your time if you do the time tracking with your tasks. So this is where you get much more detailed information about all kinds of data within your account. And we provided several reports, so you can take a look at them, and you can also print them out. So this is all provided for you. And lastly, we have the settings page, where this is just the basic features to manage your account, to see or update your billing information, and we'll probably add more features in this module in the near future. But anyway, this is just a quick general overview of the entire software modules, very top level view. Okay, so now let's look at the second step, and which is to really set a goal. So for this video, we'll just set a sample goal, and to do that, just go to goals page and then click create goal button. So here you will be you'll be looking at this form for creating a goal. There are many fields. You may feel overwhelmed at first, but actually they're quite simple to go through, and you don't actually need to fill in everything. So let's just say we have a goal, and this goal is just to lose some weight, right? So we'll use the sample like lose 10 pounds in 60 days. Of course, it's just a sample goal. Maybe actually it will take longer to lose 10 pounds than 60 days. But anyway, we'll just use this sample goal to show you, the process, and then you can follow the similar process with your own goals. So first, give the goal a name, and then select the dates. Let's just say 1 month period, or maybe 2 month period. And for tracking, for this type of goal, we'll just track the amount of weight, right? So we'll start from 180. That's actually my current weight. So, and our target is to 170. And this label, I just use pounds. And current progress, this is where we'll be updating later. We want to track the exact the weight, body weight. So that's why we use manually updating current goal progress. For other goals, you may consider using the other tracking methods. And then there's a description section here. Basically, there are a few questions you can ask yourself, like, what's the big picture like when you achieve this goal, like the vision, and the reason why you want to achieve this goal. And of course, you can also list some of the obstacles or things that may be preventing you from achieving this goal, and also what help or what resources you can think of for completing this goal. So generally, when you really sit down to set a goal for real, it would be a lot better if you really think about all these questions and write out the answers in here. And personally, I feel the more we think about the answers to these questions, the more likely we'll make progress, meaningful progress. But for this test goal, we'll just leave those blank. And the picture, we can, if you go online, you see a picture, you can grab the URL of that image, and then you can plug it in here. You can also upload from your computer desktop. For category, we'll set it to personal health. So let's just save this goal. So you see, it's not that complicated. Just create a goal, then you immediately have this goal. We have a default picture here, so you can definitely change that to something like your own. I have a picture here, so I'll just use this. And now I have a picture for my goal. So that's pretty much all you need to do to create a goal. There's some details, and the progress currently is 0, right? So yeah, that's how you set a goal. That's very simple. Okay, so now we have this goal. It's just very top level, big picture goal. We want to lose weight, but we don't know how to do that, right? So to further break it down, to further really, you want to make progress on this goal, we need to define a few sub goals to really just to break it down into smaller goals, so it's easier to work with. And for this sample goal, we'll just say, there are 2 ways to lose pounds. One is through exercise, the other is through you know, keeping track of your eating habits. So things like that. So first, we'll create a sub goal. Just go to the goals page and then click add sub goal. And we want to, let's just say, first we want to burn calories through cardio exercises. So this is our sub goal. See here, when you create a sub goal, it's basically the identical form, but you see here it's creating a sub goal for this parent goal, right? So, and the dates still, it by default is the same as parent goal, but it depends on what type of sub goal you have. Maybe you want to adjust the end date, but for this goal, I think that's fine. They all have the same deadlines. And for tracking progress, I think this is we want to track the number of completed tasks, burning calorie. But for this, I think we want to track the actual calories. Let's just say we want to burn, I don't know, this is just for testing, so I'll just say 12,000 calories. We can put a label here or just leave it blank. It's no big deal. And of course, everything else is similar as creating the parent goal. You can put more here. And then, yeah, and if you want to make a change, you can always select another goal here. But anyway, so we'll save this goal now. And yeah, that's our first sub goal. So you see, now we have a sub goal here, and it's called burn calories through cardio exercises, right? And of course, we can create another sub goal because, to lose weight, not just exercise, right? There's also the eating aspect of it. So for next, we'll just add another sub goal, and this will, let's just say, we want to burn calories. No, we want to actually reduce calorie intake by changing our diet, and it just it's more concrete or more actionable level for creating the sub goals. So it's definitely more actionable than the top level parent goal. And the dates probably the same. Reduce the calorie intake. They're just some tasks. So we'll just leave this as total number of completed tasks. We want to track the progress for this by the task. And then let's see here, everything here is the same. Yeah, we can just leave everything as it is and then save. So now we have two sub goals, right? So now we have something more concrete to work with. And next, you just need to, if you go to click on the sub goal, you can, of course, you can add another picture here, but you can also just leave it as it is. And at this point, we have two sub goals, but technically you could create more sub goal. You want to further break down this sub goal, you can create another sub goal, and then it's another level of sub goal. So technically the software supports 5 levels of sub goals, so we can create 5 levels. But ideally, it's if you really want to create that many levels of sub goals, it could get quickly everything's becoming quite messy. So I wouldn't recommend you create that many levels. Maybe 3 or top 4 at most. It would be good enough. So don't go anywhere beyond 3. I think that would be much better to navigate, because when you look at the goals page, you see here, if you have too many levels, like this one, if you have, imagine you have another 2 levels, it will be quite complicated and messy to look at, right? So here, okay, we have two sub goals. Now this is actual our action plan. If you entered anything for the description, it will list here. And if you linked any habits to your goal, you will see it here. You can also add the habit directly from here. So, but we don't want to show that for now. And yeah, so this is just for creating a sub goals action plan for your main goal. And of course, you can also add tasks to further break down your sub goal to make it more actionable, right? Because remember, the progress of your goal is always tracked by the completed tasks. So that's why no matter how many levels of sub goals you have, you want to make sure that the lowest level sub goals always have tasks to support them, so that you can go in and complete those tasks either daily or weekly, and then you will see the progress on the lowest sub goal, and then that progress automatically is reflected in the upper levels of sub goals and all the way to the top level goal. So for this example, maybe say we want to have a task, say we want to do some walking exercise. Let's just say walk for 30 minutes, 3 times a week, maybe. And we want this to be a recurring task. So that is the goal. That's fine. We want to make this weekly task, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and by default it ends on 30 days, end of 30 days, but we can extend that. Let's make it end on the February. Okay, let's save this, and now we have this tasks. So now if you go back to the top goal, you will see the task listed under the sub goal. So I'll go on to create more tasks, and this part of the video will probably sped up, so you don't have to wait until everything is complete. Alright, so now I've added more tasks to the sub goals we just created, and basically those 3 are the sort of weekly tasks. We want to do 30 minutes of walk 3 times a week, jog twice a week, swim on the weekend. So this is just an example. Of course, you want to, if this is really a exercise goal, you may want to change those to something more appropriate for your own goal. And for reducing calories intake, I have a few other tasks like eat a vegan meal every other day, drink water daily, and replace high calorie snack with fruits or nuts. So things like that, you can add those and then make changes as you go along, trying to reach your goal. So this is kind of our action plan for accomplishing this weight loss goal. Now we want to talk a little bit about tracking progress, right? So right now, the key here is, if you want to make progress on your top level goal, you make sure you complete tasks at the very lowest level of your sub goals. So that's why you make your goal actionable, right? So for this goal, we want to lose weight, and that means we need to exercise, right? So if I complete a task today, say walk for 30 minutes, and maybe on dashboard page I have do I have a task for that? Okay, let's just say we eat a vegan meal today, so we check this off. We check off the glass of water task, and then we go back to our goals page, and here actually you can expand the sub goal section here. You will see we have made some progress on this reducing calorie intake sub-goal, right? So, and that's how you make progress on the sub-goal. And of course, because this is only the progress tracking for this type of goal is by the number of tasks. So it means, the progress is really just calculating how many completed tasks you have over a total number of tasks. So for this particular goal is fine. And for the other goal, let's just say we want to do this goal, burn calorie through cardio exercise. For this goal, we track the progress with outcome. So that means it will be actual metric number. So for this, we track the number of calories, right? And for other goals, you may use dollar amount, you may use, how many pages you read, things like, or you could use the time, the amount of time you spend on project, things like that. So this is tracked by outcome. So what it means is that when you complete a task, let's just say walk for 3 times a week. Let's go to the task page and see I have upcoming task here. And if I complete this task, it will prompt you to enter, how many, calorie for this type of goal. It's actually, we want to reduce the calorie intake. So here you can enter the actual, but this is probably just estimated amount of calories you burn through completing this task, right? Let's just say we burn 500. And then you'll record that. You will see it on the goal itself. So you see 500 here. And if you complete another task, it will be added to the 500. So that's how you make progress on this goal, right? And of course, because this is tracking by the outcome, so all the completed tasks, as long as they have, that outcome value entered, then you will see the progress here. And for our top level goal here, lose 10 pounds, we set it to manually updating the progress. So that means maybe there's a weigh-in, maybe it's every day. You measure your actual weight, maybe in the morning or at night. So this is, you track by the manual. So that means whenever you want to update it, you just modify the goal. But of course, you can also think of this way, if I have enough sub goals, it's a complete set of sub goals. If I complete all my sub goals, I can consider, my top level parent goal is completed. So that way I can link the progress of my top level goal to the progress of my sub goals. So that way I can, I can use, I don't want to use this anymore. Say I want to use track progress from all sub goals, and I can use this. And once I do that, you will see my progress will be the combination of all the sub goals of this parent goal, right? So it's more clear if you look at that, right? If I made a progress on my sub goals, I have this combined progress on the main goal. So this is another way to track the progress for this type of goal. Of course, you could still go back to the manual updating if you want to really track the exact the weight amount. But for a lot of other type of goals, like project-based goals, maybe your top level goal is very vague. It's not so clear, whether there's a direct result, a measurable result, and then you have a list of sub goals. So you can always use the combined progress from all sub goals as the progress of your main goal. So this is just one way to track the progress of your entire goal structure. And of course, you can further change those, and it doesn't matter. You can always change those things to make it more appropriate for your own purpose. But generally speaking, the way you track your goal determines how much progress you see on the sub goals, and also probably on the main goal as well. So this is really about progress tracking. And of course, this takes a little bit of trial and error. So you may need to give it a test, do some experiments to make sure a particular way of tracking works for your goals, and then you can change it. You can also change as you make progress. So of course, if you have any questions, just let us know, and maybe this is all just trial and error. So there's no fixed way, or any particular way is that will fit all of your goals. So it's really up to you to decide, to determine which combination of goal tracking methods work best for your type of goals. Okay, so now we want to talk a little bit about building habits and habit tracking, why that is important for making progress on your goals, and how to do that with Goals on Track. So basically, now we have this goal. We want to lose weight, right? And we want to add a few habits to this goal. And one major difference between Goals on Track and all the other similar type of goal setting products is that with Goals on Track, the habits building and habit tracking is integrated into the goal accomplishment process. So basically, when you set a goal, you want to think about what habits you want to add to support your goals. And in this example, let's say we want to lose weight, and there are a few things we can do that will help us. So first of all, one difference between habits and recurring tasks is that the recurring tasks are making contribution to the goal progress directly, right? You complete a task, you made a little bit of progress on your goal. But the habits is different. With habits, it doesn't directly contribute to your goal progress, but by keeping the habit, by forming the habit, it will help you to become the sort of person that actually will probably more likely to achieve the kind of goals you want to reach. So it's kind of, by building these habits, you become a much better person, a much better position to achieve the goals you want. So let's come back to our example here. We have an action plan. We have action plan built for the goal now. And now we want to add a few habits. So to do that, we can just go to the habits tab, or you can also just do that from the main habits page. Either way is fine. So we'll do it from here. So we'll add a habit. And first habit, I think there are a few things, but this is just for testing purposes, of course. It doesn't have to be, has to be a real, habit. But let's just say I want to keep a daily journal of food eaten. So by keeping this habit, it doesn't directly contribute to the goal, but it definitely helps, because if I keep, if I am aware of what kind of foods I eat every day, it will help with my eating habits. So now frequency, I can choose either every day, every week, and this of course should be daily. And repetition, you can just adjust the number of times that you feel that is enough for the habit to form. Normally it's 20 or 30 days, but you could go longer, it doesn't matter. and then goal already selected category is the same as goal category. So now we save this habit and we have a habit now, right? So if I come here, come to the goal, now if I click to habits, I'll see my habits there. And of course, I can add that, but also we can see that habits on the habits page, and this is our habit. And let's say if I, if I did my habit today, I can check it off. So that's one. And so basically it's very simple to integrate the habits into your goals, and everything come together as part of your action plan. And of course we can maybe add another one. Let's say we want to drink a glass of water maybe before dinner. So this could be another everyday habit, and everything is the same. So as you can see, those habits, they're different from recurring tasks. Of course, you can set this as a task, but in this example, we really just want to keep these habits to help us to lose weight, but not maybe directly losing weight. So this is how you can use habits to support your goals, and ultimately will help you to achieve your goals with less of need of motivation and willpower. Okay, I think at this point, if you have done all the steps outlined in this video, you should probably be well on your way to keep your goals organized and hopefully stay on track. And there are many other features in the program, like vision board and also habit tracking. We actually haven't really talked in too much detail about habit tracking, but there are just many other features like this, and there are goal templates you can use, and there are different ways you can organize your goals as dream, someday, templates, things like that. And I think in this video, because it's a long video, so in this video you should be able to get started with some basic features explained. And if you have any questions, so please come back to this video, and also maybe the support page on our website, and for more articles that explain some of those other features. And of course, you can always just send us questions and let us know, how you can make best use of the Goals on Track program. So hopefully this has been helpful, and yeah, welcome to check out some other videos and tutorial articles. Thank you for watching. Bye for now.